my. Well, after a pretty lively evening with our massive tuna catch, I have a pretty lively sail for my morning watch as well. I've already reefed once. We were experiencing winds around 20, 25, and Warren woke up and is helping me out reef again. So now we're sailing like 27. So we're flying along. We're definitely cruising, but definitely need to bring down those sails too. So, lively 12 hours. Not much sleep, but it's been fun.
Has been an extremely lively morning already. On my shift last night, in the middle of the night, I almost had to put the spinnaker up because we had such low winds, and by the time Erica took over, she reefed for the first time, and then I heard her start to the second reef, so I got up, helped her with the second reef, which is a little bit more complicated, and it looks like we may have an interesting day. We've had an interesting 12 hours, what with the fish that we caught and everything.
I think this is the real work now. My arms are shot.
Yeah, I bet they are. Tanner and Patty, I'm here to let you know we have found the culprit. We have found who has taken 9 of our lures. Very exciting night, and there's still a lot of work to do.
Oh my, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, we're gonna be at it for a while. It's now, well, clearly dark, and it's almost 7, so.
Got enough there, so we'll do it. We're gonna have friends in every anchorage.
Here we are. Okay, we can fit a lot more. They were butchering it until 10:30 last night, and we got it on the hook about 5:30 or 5:45. Woo! Wow. Told you, lively morning. Could be an interesting day. We'll see. Woo! Oh my.
That was intense.
$30, $31, $30. Really? Yep. Damn it, if this keeps up, I gotta reef a third time. time.
Definitely. Here's yours.
I should have put this on a while ago when I was up there. No need to comment. I already know people. Should have put it on a while ago. The wind's eased a bit. You want to shake out a reef or two maybe even?
Yeah, you don't look like a guy who just kind of prepped for a third reef squall.
Alright, here we go. I got this. Alright.
I think it's safe to say now that that squall had passed right behind us.
We got a lot of wind from it.
We got a lot of wind from it. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me, but that was the first time we've had 3 reefs in this boat. How'd it go for you, babe?
What?
I said it was the first time we've had 3 reefs in this boat. How'd it go?
That was nuts. I needed to be wearing my vest.
Yeah. But, yeah, that swell has passed behind us. The seas are still a little jumbly. That's good, you know, normal. But we are going to now, when you're up here, shake out a reef. We're going to keep 2 reefs in still, just because the winds are still pretty strong. You think 1 reef? Captain says 1 reef. We'll see. Perfect conditions for sailing today. It's been amazing. Great winds, good seas, good company. Beautiful. Okay, so we're about a day away from reaching our first atoll, and there's a lot to figure out in order to do this. And one of the main reasons, what I mentioned before, is when we left the Marquesas, how crucial it was and why we left so early, and watching the weather, is because getting into these atolls is probably the most fretted thing for all cruisers in this area.
The Marquesas are famous for being these rugged, volcanic, beautifully mountainous islands, and they did not disappoint. And now the next island group, the Tuamotus, were equally famous, but for much different reasons. They are extremely low-lying, palm tree-lined islands that are actually rings of reef that make up and surround beautifully protected lagoons. They are the remnants of ancient volcanoes that over thousands of years have settled and caved in on themselves, leaving behind only a ring of reef that remains where a great towering inferno once stood. So to say they are beautiful is an understatement. Another reason that they are well known, at least to the sailing community, is the passes or channels that are natural gaps in the reef and offer the only access in or out of the beauty and protection of the inner lagoon. These passes are often narrow and shallow, and worse than that, carry a heavy tidal current almost around the clock. But 4 times a day, near slack tide, they ease off and the tide level inside the lagoon matches the tide of the surrounding ocean, so therefore there's no current going in or out. But, and this is a big but, the slack current times do not match the high and low slack tides perfectly. They can, and often are, affected by a lot of other conditions that make the estimating more like guesstimating. And even when timed perfectly, the window for slack current is very small, like 30 minutes small. And if it is missed, you have to wait around for another 6 hours before getting another shot at it. So yeah, timing is key.
So when we left the Marquesas, we obviously pulled the weather, and the weather looked pretty solid for us for the next 3 days. We're about a day, like I said, a day away, which is great for sailing. But that also brings swell, and with that kind of wind, that makes the entrance really dodgy.
Even that much more challenging.
Yeah. So what we've been told by other cruisers, and we are so glad we stumbled upon this.
Great resource.
Is from Sailing Vessel Soggy Paws. They have a website and they've blogged and traveled all around the world. But one of the guys made a guesstimator.
Yeah, he's a naval architect, engineer, amazing guy, and he put together an amazing spreadsheet.
Yes.
So what do? We put in...
Yeah, there's a link I'll share with everyone. Whoever does plan on coming down to the South Pacific must have this, download this before you get down here.
Yeah.
But basically, like, you enter in a bunch of details. Your mother's social security number,
your sign,
my sign,
yeah,
the moon,
the day you were
cycle.
born on, yeah. A bunch of stuff.
Not really, but it's
close.
essentially like that. You enter the atoll that you are going to, you enter the tide, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And the time.
Yep.
And
a whole bunch of things you enter, and it basically calculates to a fair degree of accuracy what you're going to experience and when you're going to have the slack tide. So when it stops dropping or when it stops rising, that's slack tide, and that's when you can enter or exit these atolls.
Yes. So yeah, challenging number one to get here in time to make it happen, which means if we don't reach Rauria,
our first island,
Rauria, tomorrow by 1 o'clock, we probably have to putz around and heave to for a full 24 hours.
Yep. Unfortunately, the window that you have to enter these things is quite small. It won't be as challenging when we start working our way up the island group, because some of them are 10 miles apart, some of them are max 30, so it's easier to time that. This one, we were 3 days away, we were 400 miles away from it, so trying to time it and fit a 30-minute entrance window has been pretty challenging, and it's a nail biter at the moment that, see if we can get there by 1 tomorrow, which is when slack tide is. And if that doesn't happen, the next slack tide is at 8 p.m., which we can't do because it's dark.
Do it at night.
The next one's at 6 a.m., which probably won't be able to do because it's dark. The next one after that is again 1 p.m., so we would have to wait 24 hours before going in this.
Timing is of the essence here,
yeah.
And with sailing, it doesn't really go together.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try.
It's left up to the wind, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, these areas, while they're stunningly beautiful, the sea life, the diving, the anchorages, it comes at a cost to getting into them.
Yeah.
And we've heard lots of nightmare stories from many other.
There's been lots boat lost on these atolls, man.
And we're gonna learn from their lessons and hopefully not do the same thing.
Definitely not do the same thing. There's no question.
All right, so let's figure this out then.
All right.
So we go into the guesstimator.
First thing is enter the area.
Enter in the area, Rauria.
Oh, sorry. No, thankfully. Sleep I got last night, I made up for today. can't get over it.
I want some.
I love these islands. One mango, here you go. Told you, so good.
It's got like a cinnamon spice to it. Did you have cinnamon?
I did it. It's just the way it tastes.
Wow.
Ah, it's so good.
Wow, it's really good. Mmm. Oh wow.
Wow.
Good morning, everyone. Sun is coming up. The seas and the wind have calmed down. And that means, unfortunately, with only 40 miles to go to our first atoll, we are not going to make it today. We only have 2 windows of opportunity to enter these atolls throughout the day with daylight. And at the rate that we're going right now, even only 40 miles away, we don't want to turn on the motors and we want to sail in. We're going to make it tomorrow. So that means we are going to have to float around out here until the next day, where we have perfect light, perfect conditions, slack tide, all the details that you need to successfully pass through an atoll. But luckily it's calm and it's comfortable out here, that we should be fine, unless the wind picks up and we just rock it right in. But yeah, another calm, slow evening. It was a struggle to keep up the asymmetric spinnaker with these light winds, but I managed from right here, laying down at the helm. It was really hard not to fall asleep, I have to admit. That's how comfortable it's been up here. Yeah. Say I love you. Okay, well, captain is up now and we did a sail change. We dropped the asymmetric and we put up the main and the jib. However, we're also motoring because we figured if we can average 6 knots, there's a chance that we can make it by the time that we need to get in, which is like just after slack tide. So I think we're gonna go for it. Luckily, this is what I read is a smaller pass into this atoll, so it might not be as challenging. I don't know. Careful. But yeah, we're motoring, which we don't like doing, but we got both sails up, hoping to make it today. Otherwise, we're sitting out here floating for a full night again until tomorrow. So. Yes!
I have great news. Something incredible just happened. I'm not even kidding.
He's not even kidding, guys.
We thought we were probably not going to make the pass today, which meant that even if we miss it by a half hour, we would miss it by about 24 hours because we've got to wait till the next day, really. I think we've explained this. And we're 15 miles away, which is about 3 hours away, and it looked like we were going to miss it by easily a half hour, if not maybe even an hour. And we just switched time zones, which meant that we got set back an hour. We gained an hour, which means it gives us an extra hour to get to the island.
We stopped time.
Yeah! We didn't know that we were going to change time zones, so I just looked at the chart plotter and I was like, wait a minute. Our arrival time is now 12:50 instead of 1:50.
And slack tide is supposed to be at
1:40.
supposed to be. I mean, all these things are not.
Yeah, we'll see.
As long as we don't catch a fish or anything crazy, we should be fine. No more fish catching for easily a month.
No. Man.
Yeah,
news. High fives all around.
My excitement drumming set.
Yeah, nice. What'd you find?
Well, I was just gonna look at the tide station in Makimo, which is a couple atolls over,
Okay.
and come check this out.
Okay.
So our arrival right now is showing we got 7 miles to go. 12:53. Here is the entrance to Raurira. I don't know how to say that one. So I went to the closest tide station, which is here at Makimo, and this
Wow,
is what
look
it's
at that.
showing. So if we go to 12:55, we got 0.7 foot of low tide.
Wow. Fantastic.
So
Very cool. Very, very cool, hon.
yeah, that's very exciting. Our timing has
Been
been
very
spot
lucky.
on today.
Yeah.
But the tide estimator said that
150.
slack tide is
150.
150.
Yep.
Okay. So does it matter if we can go in early or not?
The tide would be coming out and slowing down, so I would rather the tide be coming out than
Than
going
going
in.
in.
Right, because
We have
the water
more-
speed would be higher, but we wouldn't be going nearly as fast across land, which means we have more rudder control.
Okay.
Safer for sure.
Okay.
Very exciting. You getting nervous?
Totally.
Yeah! Our first atoll.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just really coming out.
Now. Strong. But we're gonna wait.
Definitely great.
Now right here, this is like a current.
Okay. It is definitely still going out, which means it's still dropping. Which means we got here earlier than we needed to be, which is awesome. So now we just wait until, yep. We'll wait until it's not flowing out anymore. I mean, it's clearly flowing out.
Yeah.
And as soon as that slacks, we just go for it. From here, it looks very, very wide, very big.
And
No worries.
on the book, it says it's fairly deep.
It looks
Pass.
deep. It looks real deep. Okay, let's get over by that fishing boat. Maybe where he's at right now would be a good place for us to hang out. Okay.
Jacqueline, are you nervous?
Why should I be? It's not my boat.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good point.
Are you nervous? Should I be nervous?
No. Yeah, it is really piping out of there.
Lots of birds.
Probably lots of fish around. There's a boat in there? Well, that's a fast boat. That's like a penguin.
Did we come in yet?
I want to go in.
We want to go over there. Oh, hi!
These are guys we should be friends with.
Oh my goodness!
Hi, guys.
These guys are massive!
They're so big.
Hey,
dude.
He's itching his back on your bow.
He is! Look at that! Swimming upside down. Hi!
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness! This is insane. What are you you doing? Hey. What are you doing? Oh yeah, look at you. You gonna come up and jump? Ah!
That was so cute.
That was really adorable. What'd you think of that?
Oh my god, those.
It was amazing, yeah?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that with any kind of animal.
I truly think that they came over
Including
for like
Lauren.
a visit and then they left us saying, hey,
It's
time for you to go through the pass. Don't forget about the pass that you came here so importantly for. All right, I think it's time. We waited it out probably about 45 minutes an hour just outside of the pass here, and we can visibly see it definitely slowing down a little bit and slacking off, which is great. But we had a great little dolphin visit, and in fact 3 mobile rays came back to the boat too. So it hasn't been all that bad just waiting out here, but now it is time to go and enter this atoll. Yee! I'm gonna turn the motors on, babe.
Please do it.
Okay. Okay.
We're 188 feet deep.
Okay. Curious what the current's gonna do to us. What are we going now?
Right there. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Something is happening there. The dolphins still hanging out?
Yeah.
Are they leading us in? Yeah, they are. Take us in, you guys. Lead the way, boys. Yes.
We're right on.
Nice.
How you feeling?
Good, you?
Feel great. 36 feet.
I can see discoloration in the bottom.
We're 32 feet here. Once I line up those 2 beacons, which way do I go?
I mean, you make sure you can't see the white one. You just aim
Yeah.
to line up, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta get squared up to that.
And then which way,
Just follow that line. I have track on that.
but
Clear.
which way do I go? I don't go all the way to the beacon, is that what it is?
No, I have it marked on there. Exactly how we should go.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, line it up straight there.
We're at 45 feet. Okay.
Woohoo! That was exciting or what?
Oh yeah.
Woo! How you feeling?
Really good. I'm glad that we have all the tools necessary
I know,
to figure
I know,
this stuff
I know.
out.
Man, we are just so lucky with the timing right now, especially with the wind dying off like this, because it has not been like this here for the last couple days.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Wow. Thanks, universe.
Yeah, it's been treating us pretty good the last 24 hours.
Yes.
Oh, I have to say the last 48, 72 for our sail and all.
Last 42 years.
Or, yeah. Well, for you. You're not 42.
Last 45 years.
Yeah, you're about to be 45.
How are we doing?
Awesome.
Okay.
Open Supian rocks my world.
No.
Hello, this is Osa.
Hi, Osa. How are you guys?
Good, thank you. We're just letting you know we're going to pass you on your port side.
Copy that. Thank you for the heads up. Hope you guys had a wonderful stay. Any suggestions on the anchorage? It's right here.
There's lots of bombies, so it's a little trickier anchoring here, but I'm sure you'll find this place and enjoy. We've been here 2 weeks and we've loved every minute of it. Really lovely people, lovely place.
Oh, we're very excited. Well, thanks, guys, and hopefully we'll catch you down to another one soon. Great. Whew. We avoided the bombies. We set the hook. We made our first atoll passage. What does that mean, Jacqueline? Passage champagne. Okay, let's do it.
Jackie, you ready to swim with sharks?